Hello, this is Tom Cloud with this week's Precious Metals Market Update. It's been pretty silent after the drop after Trump got elected in both gold and silver, and then we've had a very nice recovery since the first of the year. As we talked about last week, gold ended up 8% up for the year in 2016, and silver ended up 14% up for the year, even with all the negative talk about it. And now we've had this big jump of about $35, but we are bumping up against a strong resistance right now. As I record this on Wednesday morning, the 11th of January, goes at 1188, and there is going to be resistance in that 1190, 1192 range. So probably in the next 48 hours, we'll know if we're going to have a breakout or we're going to have a pullback on this, because it's come very quickly up the $40 and close the whole gap to where we now are going to see what's going to happen with gold. So watch it carefully with the election, the swearing in of President-elect Trump coming up in about 9 days, I think it is. All this is going to kind of get quiet out there. But the one significant thing that happened was the $2.1 billion purchase in Switzerland by sovereign, which means a country or something like that, bought it from a private trust, and it was a $2.1 billion is what is reported moving into gold, because once again, people realize there's a huge shortage in physical gold and silver, and yet you never hear about it out there. You just don't hear about it because the price is still down. But once again, that's paper gold and paper silver. Now, on the silver front, we're bumping up against a resistant level of 17. We're at 1680. We've had quite a move, about 5 or 6% this year already, after 14% last year. But there is the belief that a Trump presidency is going to improve industrial demand for silver in particular, all the applications that silver serves in electronics and solar panels and photography and different things. There'll be such a physical demand for silver that the price will go up, notwithstanding the money rotating out of bonds, that me and many, many other people are predicting that bonds, after a 35-year bull market, had a terrible last 2 months of the year. As we continue to believe interest rates will go up, and inflation will go up, and money printing will go up, and deficits will go up, the bond market is probably peaked out. So you got to watch the rotation of that money, because we know at the end of 2015 there was $94 trillion in bonds with a T, and if only $1 trillion rode into gold and silver, that at the end of 2015 was worth $3.1 trillion. So you're talking about $1 trillion in gold and silver would up the demand 1/3, or raise the value to $4 trillion from $3 trillion. So that's what we're watching closely, because if that starts a current to where you see the deficit continue to go up, interest rates going up, people liquidating bonds, illiquidity in the bond market, the Federal Reserve saying, we don't even want to bid, we may sell some of the bonds we were forced to buy. Now that bonds are going down, just let the market take them wherever they will, which would be a horrible thing for bondholders. You can see a 15, 20, 25% drop in the principal of those bonds. So watch for the rotation, watch for gold and silver at these resistance points, see if they break through them. If they do, you need to get in. If they pull back, look for a good entry point to come in. The best way I look at it is to keep cost averaging into the market until you have the percentage of your assets that you want into gold and silver, and platinum and palladium for that matter. So if you need to talk to us, you can reach us at 800-247-2812. That's 800-247-2812, and you can talk to Dan or Kathleen or myself. And if you're interested in a self-directed physical precious metals IRA, we can talk to you about getting your custodian and how to set that up, where we're your broker. We can talk you through that too. And if you're still holding rare coins, we think, as it has been for the past 17 years, you'll be much better off to sell those because the collector base has dwindled to almost nothing and move into bullion gold and bullion silver. So hopefully by next week we'll have a little more information, but it's been kind of a quiet week. So with this week's Precious Metals Market Update, this is Tom Cloud signing out.